don't know what Impia does. The Shrine of Venus in Pistorium has been sacked by our vigilant troops. As the shrine is laid to ashes, the soldiers loot the city itself as well as the temporal treasury. What? And then we're going to go to Pisa and we're going to go dedicate holy site. Straight away to Venus. Bish, bash and bosh. Much better. Okay, the new lot can head back down to Rome and start doing some drilling, quite frankly. Impious sacking. The fools that cohorts Legio Mordred may have doomed us all as they sacked a holy site of our gods. Let us hope the wrath of the heavens will be contained to those guilty of the deed rather than bring their fury upon us all. It'll be a large undertaking full of risk for them to regain the favour of the gods. Oof. Morale of armies -10. Commander modifier. Prestige goes down. And -1 zeal. Well, hopefully that's something we can get rid of over time. Ooh, I wonder, actually, could we have done that with a levy? Instead. Because that seems to me like it would probably be a better idea rather than tainting a legion permanently. Just a thought. Alright, so we don't need a big levy. We just need a levy. Actually, the Legio Mordred can get another 7 units, which would be nice. We'll just go for a small one. Transalpine Gaul sounds good. Oh, drive out the ghouls. Can be completed. What's that do? Rome will be able to find a colonia in the conquered territory. Oh, sweet. Do it. Do it now. So, Sena Gallica will become home of the Senones. Or Armenium will. Oh, over there. So it's these two. So Sena Gallica produces fish. Armenium produces wine. Sena, neither of them are a city yet. Armenium has a much higher population. And wine, legion maintenance cost, and freeman happiness. I mean, having more freeman happiness is probably good. Armenium was a starting city of the Julii in Rome Total War, so for that reason alone, done. It's also the bigger city, so I quite like that idea. The warm period. Our people, farmers and nobles alike, claim the weather has gotten warmer and the growth has improved these last few years. At first, it seemed like random happenstance, but the more we consider the fact, we must certainly have been blessed by one of the gods of the goddesses. Blessed or not, the people are happy with these changes. Population growth increases by 1.5 for 10 years. Well, that's good. Ah, you've got home. So you can go ahead and start drilling. You've made a Pistorium, so you can go ahead and do that. And then in Pisa, we'll go ahead and dedicate a new holy site to Venus. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. And then religion. Freeman happiness. Yes, Freeman happiness. And then Pisa. And in fact, the whole of Vallis Arni is going to be another population manpower growth place. So I would like you to have Freeman happiness and Freeman desired ratio. Leveling up with that. And then Florentina. And get a barracks. And then the levies can stand down. Well done, team. Conflict of the Orders. In spite of the rights granted to the plebeians since the succession in 411, tensions between the patrician and the plebeian classes of Rome has been growing lately, partly influenced by the work of Gnaeus Flavius, among others. None of our concessions have dampened the plebeians' determination to secure political and legal equality. However, a new political class made up of both patricians and plebeians has been growing, incorporating the middle-income families into the Republic. We must decide whether to promote the expansion of this new nobilitas as a middle ground, or give in to the populist demand for reform. So, encouraging this new middle class could be the solution. With Boni like us more, we get manpower, get promotion speed, but the freemen don't like it. Or, the only real reform will truly resolve this issue. The populares like it. We get Lex Hortensia. Which I think is a law. Which I am not seeing. Hortensia, not Hortensia. There it is. So the Optimates hate this. The Boni and the Popularis quite like it. Integrated culture happiness goes up by +5 versus Freeman happiness. So this actually improves everyone's happiness. You know what? I'm actually okay with this. Done. Oh, monthly political influence would be nice. Just out of interest, how big is our nation now compared to, like, Carthage? So we have 2,000 people. Carthage has 1,500. 300. 200. 1,800. 1,700. I mean, we are pretty massive compared to pretty much everyone. Oh no. The Seleucids are still... Oh, Parthia's formed. Parthia's pretty big. So Moria is still by far and away the most massive, which is not a surprise. We're about the same size as Egypt at this point. In fact, we are 2 pops smaller than Egypt. No! Missions, thank you. Yes, we do have another mission. Italian Colonia. Maintain at least 50 mainland territories in Italia. We currently have 62. Magna Graecia. Pick one of 4 specializations for the Roman Colonia modifier. And we get 2 free province investments. Cool. With the growing importance of the Colonia as the bastions of Roman culture and administration, we must decide on what kind of cities we want them to be. Is civic organisation the most important objective, or securing a steady stream of recruits? Is the key to greatness the integration of the conquered, or the ongoing trade and production? Core of new recruits, so we get manpower and recruit speed. Building slots and tax. Commerce value and slaves. Or assimilation, speed and happiness. I mean, honestly, the reason we've been doing the Colonia is assimilation. So their purpose will be to Romanize the locals. And now we can make a choice between Italic citizenship or Roman hegemony. Which actually finishes this tree, I think. So Roman hegemony Unintegrated cultures really dislike this. Integrated cultures really like this. Integration speed is reduced. We lose stability. Or italic citizenship unintegrated like this. Integrated dislike this. Integration speed increases. We lose a massive amount of stability, but all of our subjects like this. No, we're doing hegemony for sure. Yeah, destroying the Italian allies just declares war on them immediately for a massive stability cost. I'm just going to integrate them. It's no real biggie. So we're going to go for hegemony. Okay, and that's going to start ticking down. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Next up, what is your opinion of me right now? So it can go up by 30, so that's 160. Yours is plus 15. Go up by 100, so it can go to 115. We need to get these to 190 somehow. Well, I mean, one of the first things that we can do is go out of bellicose stance and go to domineering instead. Which will allow us to integrate them more quickly, and we may well want to do that. I'm tempted to do a war against Veneto, so that we can get the majority of Italy. We still need to take out this little guy, that little guy, and then also Syracuse. They're currently at war with Istria. I'm kind of a... Oh, you're right here as well? Ooh. Okay, that's an opportunity. We are going to need to wait for our aggressive expansion to drop, though. Metius Junii Pertinax ate a particularly rotten herring at the age of 53. That doesn't sound pleasant. So the Blues need a new position. Although this is a governor. I don't like being forced into choosing governors. Although you're not a bad one. You know what? 5-4. 67 happiness. Done. And can we do any other colonies? That is another good question. Population size, that's what I meant. Ligurian would be the next. Can't do it yet. We need to have lost colonial ventures, which can be seen... I don't actually know where those are shown. Oh, we have some other options here. Hold on. So shipbuilding costs, for example, probably not really that useful anymore. National manpower, however, could be. Siege ability certainly would be. Or the blue one, monthly corruption. Loyalty of generals and admirals. Or research. I mean, I feel like we're already pretty ahead in research, so I don't think we necessarily need that. But the loyalty of generals and admirals would be huge for us. And then I think I'm going to take the siege ability. Reinforcement speed would be nice. National manpower would be nice, but we haven't had any manpower problems. Yeah, we'll keep the morale of armies. Awesome. Colonial Ventures, 501 September, so we've got another year. Oh, we're not getting stone anymore. Okay, that's annoying. Also, I want to say, please do your own exports. That would be lovely. Latium needs to start buying in stone. If there is any left out there. There is. Cool. Because that keeps our costs down. Faction-wide. So, Venice has just taken out Istria. And these two are allied. I mean, doing this while we have so much aggressive expansion is a terrible idea. Unfortunately. Hopefully neither of these suffer any major damage, then we could grab both of those, and that is just going to be such a nice boon. In the meantime, we probably do want to continue trying to build stuff. What's going to be the best way of doing this? Well, actually, before we do, Pisa, did you ever finish building all of your stuff? I mean, you're still in the process of. Although Valisani is a city, which means that you can build some more stuff. You've already got a port here, which is fine. I don't think you actually need a port, because Pisa's got one. Although... Oh, the port increases... No, sorry, that's fortress. Duh. Pop cap. Yeah, it does increase population capacity and migration attraction. Migration attraction's good, so we can get a bigger population. You have an academy here. That's not that useful. Instead, I think what we are going to do is build a forum. So this is going to be another manpower area. Because we're going to have a lot of freemen. And the freemen need to be kept happy. Oh, Luna's also building the mine. That's true. You've got an iron mine. So freemen and slaves are going to be the important one here. Bonai agenda, improving the province of Tuscia. The rich and the wealthy Bonai are looking to Tuscia for their investments these days, so they try to improve the general area. So they are offering province fortifications buff. Costs me 80 political power, but we have it. This will also give the Bonai more happiness. You know what, I'll do it. It's not the best area by any stretch of the imagination, but I'll allow it for now. Still October. Oh wow, you guys are getting loads of experience from this. A lot of you are also becoming very loyal to Arvina. Roman hegemony. From now on, the people of this peninsula will bow to Rome, serving in her armies and paying into her treasury. There may be strife in the short term, but the delusions of the conquered will be tempered by the realization of the natural order in time. They may prattle on about citizenship, and let them. Without power on the stage of history, Rome has larger things to worry about. Every Roman character will gain 10 loyalty. In unintegrated culture, happiness goes down by -12, which is going to be a problem because we have a lot of unintegrated cultures. Integrated culture happiness goes up, which is going to be good for like the home countries, and then integration speed goes down, and we lose 10 stability, which sucks because we just built that up. And now we can finish the mission. So now we can choose subduing Greece, the first provincia, Pearl of Italia, or the Matter of Italia. Subduing Greece. The people of Greece were long known for their civilization, their many city-states, and the many wondrous thoughts and ideas they inspired. After the rise of Alexander, they have been driven apart and fallen upon harsh times, mere spectres of the prominent position they once held in the centre of the Mediterranean. This mission will be considered complete when we have annexed all of Greece, so that will bring us into a major conflict against Macedon. The first provincia, the islands that lay off the Italian peninsula, are natural targets for expanding Rome's influence and depriving Punic and Greek colonists of the rich spoils these rugged lands hold. Conquer, subdue and colonize the islands of Corsica, Sardinia and Sicily. This is something we were considering doing anyway. So this is like a natural expansion, because we were definitely starting to look towards Syracuse going, Sicily, I mean, we're the boot, we need the ball. It's obviously ours. The Pearl of Italia. Italia is our home as well as the centre of the country. We must grow the economy of our home region and renovate the capital itself to make it the shining centre of civilization it deserves to be. This mission will deal with developing the region of Italia. This will include embellishing our capital in Rome, increasing the food supply, and developing local mining and prospecting for new deposits. Or the matter of Italia. Our fortunes await in foreign lands. The Italia region has been considered part of our borders, yet much of it remains beyond our control. Make sure it's brought under our influence one way or another. Isn't that the one we just did? No, that's a different one. So this is like the provincial one, but with a little bit more of a focus on the homelands. And what happens if I cancel this? We lose stability, so I'm glad I saved. Seeing as that had pretty much the same name as the missions that we literally just completed, I think this makes sense. Alright, so let's do a poll, because we haven't actually done a poll yet today, and it feels weird. We're going to go to here, and then launch poll, new poll. So which path do we follow next? Are we going to subdue Greece? Are we going to do the first Provincia? Are we going to do the Pearl of Italia? Or are we going to do the Matter of Italia? So subduing Greece is going for Greece, and taking on Macedon. Instead of Carthage, interestingly. The first Provincia is going for Sicily, Corsica, and Sardinia. The Pearl of Italia is just building up Rome. And then the Matter of Italia is kind of a mix of consolidating the lands that we already have, and then also going for Corsica and Sardinia. This is going to be a 2-minute vote. It is going to be entirely open to manipulation, so please do consider doing that, and vote. Hey Mordred, was thinking about starting to stream on Twitch soon and wanted your opinion and recommendations on how to protect myself from things like DDoS and other trouble like streaming. Do I recommend using a VPN? Two-factor authentication is the big one. Just make sure that every account that you have is protected and double protected and use really hard passwords. That's the main danger, honestly. Like, I've never been DDoSed. That's mostly what those attacks would be against Twitch, not against you, because it's their servers that everything is hosted on, and there's not much you can do about that. That's entirely up to them. But the big one is just account security. Just make sure your accounts are secure. Good question, though. Okay, so, okay. This is actually shaping up differently than I expected it would. Very differently. I honestly expected subduing Greece would just be a runaway victor. It isn't. I'm glad to see that you're open to us consolidating our holdings a little bit more. And maybe doing some naval expansion, which we haven't really touched yet. Like, we have a navy, but that's it. And I'm guessing the first Provincia will put us on a collision course with Carthage. I think that's like the historical one. This is so close. This is a really interesting vote, actually. Oh, last second steal. Interesting. Alright, so Ghost Faces contributed 1,000 bits. Thank you very much for that, Ghost Faces. Florin contributed 15,000 channel points as well, so thank you very much for that, Florin. The matter of Italia unfortunately came in last place with just 2% of the vote, even though it was probably the most balanced. Subduing Greece, and I'm still astonished by this, came in third place with only 6% of the vote. 6% of the vote wanted the big war against Macedon. And then the clash of the titans was truly between the Pearl of Italia and the First Provincia. The First Provincia being Sicily, Corsica and Sardinia, whereas the Pearl of Italia is just building up our homeland some more, building Rome into a true bastion of civilization and economic power. And, well, it's this community. So of course we went economy first. It is, after all, just good business. We're doing the Pearl of Italia. We're going to be embellishing our capital in Rome, increasing the food supply and developing the local mining and prospecting for new deposits. Italia is our home as well as our centre of the country. We must grow the economy in our home region and renovate the capital itself to make it the shining centre of civilization that it deserves to be. And that is where we'll have to start next week. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. That helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. Or you can, of course, check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel where this series is being uploaded, so if you've missed any of the action so far and you're wondering how on earth did Rome get to be like this, then you can find that over on the YubTubs over on youtube.com/MordredViking. I do have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They are a cool bunch, and it's always a real pleasure to see some new faces over there. So come join us. You'll be more than welcome. YouTube, Patreon, Discord. There we go. All of those links are the ones you need. The Duke of June, thank you very much for the follow. Charles Zands and Snake Doc, thank you very much for the follows. It is a real pleasure to see you joining us today. Thank you for that. I hope to see you again in the future. Sandrock wants me to drink some tea. As does the Ziriel Moonin. I think I did that one already, but I'll do it again. Okay. Let's go and see who else is streaming at the moment, so that we can throw out a raid, and we'll go from there. In the meantime, I am not streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow is my day off, so no streams on Thursday. I will be back again on Friday, where we will be playing more of this. So at 5 PM on Friday, GMT, more Imperator Rome. We will continue then with the Pearl of Italia, and then after that at 10 PM is going to be some more Total War Warhammer 2 playing as Teclis. So Imperator Rome, then Total War Warhammer 2 on Friday, and that's the plan so far. Let's go and see who is streaming so we can throw them a raid. Is anybody else doing Imperator? Let's take a look. Oh, Kaido is. Let's go and raid Kaido. It's been a while. So head on over to Kaido, say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see his chat lit up with the Viking raid, which you can do by copying and pasting Viking raid just like this. Or if you're a subscriber and you have access to the long ships, then you can use that one. Bear in mind that will only work if you are a subscriber, otherwise it'll just appear as a bunch of text gobbledygook. Anyway, that's it for me for now. I will see you Friday, 5 PM for some more Imperator. Until then, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.